This is an utterly tragic case in which a 15-year-old schoolboy has been murdered. Khayri had his whole life ahead of him. This was a premeditated and targeted act of violence by two teenagers who armed themselves with knives. In the day that Khayri should have got home from school ended in the most tragic of circumstances. Both defendants tried to hide their identities. They wore balaclavas after they ran from this senseless attack, changed their clothes to avoid detection. Khayri should have got home that day, but instead, his family, his friends, and his loved ones now face a future without him. The bags that contained clothing were hidden in woodland, later collected and disposed of by others. Due to a meticulous investigation by West Yorkshire Police, the defendants were identified as being the murderers, and due to the hard work of the prosecution team and the Crown Prosecution Service, we were able to present a compelling and overwhelming case at court. Today, these teenagers have been jailed and start lengthy sentences. We hope that these convictions and the sentences handed down by the court today will act as a deterrent to those who carry knives with a view to harm others. The message is clear: you will be caught, you will be investigated, and you will be prosecuted. My sympathies and those of the entire Crown Prosecution Service are with Khayri's family and friends today. Thank you.
Detective Superintendent Bowles' statements.
Can I just address that?
Okay, thank you. If ever a case demonstrated the true horror of knife crime and the culture among our communities of people carrying knives, then the murder of Khayri Mclean was clearly that. Khayri was targeted in what was a planned attack on him as he walked home from school. And as you've heard, he was subject to a vicious attack where he received unsurvivable injuries. Today, two youths have been sentenced appropriately for their involvement in the murder of Khayri. I know today's sentences won't bring him back to his family, but again, I do hope that they provide some closure to them and enable them to move on with their lives. Thank you.
And Detective Constable Lee Swift will now read a statement on behalf of Khayri's mum, Charlie.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Charlie, do you want some stuff forward right there? You sure? Good afternoon. On Wednesday, the 21st of September 2022, my life changed forever. The cowards responsible for Khayri's murder took the life of a son, a brother and a friend. Khayri was looking forward to a bright future and had his whole life ahead of him. He was a loving, caring person who loved Manchester United and loved rugby league. He was happy in a relationship and had plans to study to become an engineer. All that was taken by two individuals who brutally attacked him. Khayri had no chance to run or defend himself. He was left helpless. Quite soon after the attack, I was told Khayri had been injured, so I went to the roadside where he was. I had to watch helplessly as paramedics attempted to save his life. No parent should have to see that. I would like to thank West Yorkshire Police for their support given to my family throughout this horrific time and for their quick arrest of those responsible. I also want to pay tribute to the school children and teachers who waited with Khayri and tried to help him. I now ask myself, what has this achieved? What has my son died for? Nobody has won in this situation. I've lost a child and other parents have lost two children who committed this offence and are now in prison. This violence has to stop. Carrying weapons, especially knives, has to stop. Thank you.